Hello violin players, welcome to Pro Am Strings. I'm Henriette and in this lesson we're playing Long Long Ago, which you can find on page 37 in your book. And this is always everyone's favourite, to play Long Long Ago. So here we are practicing it together. Of course, as always, we're going to go very slowly. And in this lesson, like the previous one, and I'm hoping that you've already watched the previous lesson, we are focusing on bow distribution here. So have your violin ready and let's get going straight away. We're playing long bows for every quarter note and half bows for every eighth note in this piece. And you can tell from the letters underneath the notes, WB means whole bow, UH means upper half, and LH means lower half. Now in this piece we are playing in 4/4 time. That means there are 4 quarter notes in each bar. And we're counting this 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. If you know the lyrics of this song, tell me the tales that to me were so dear, then you might sing those along in your head while you play, because it's easier to get the rhythm right if you know the lyrics. I'll count us in for 4 and here we go. So we're starting right at the heel of the bow. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and Now retake the bow back to the heel. Now before we go into more detail in this piece, I want you just to check that on this last note you were stretching your bow arm forwards. So you end up here with a perfectly straight bow, as opposed to where some people might be back here. If this is you and you feel that the bow is at an angle compared with the bridge, then you might really push that bow arm a little bit further forwards. Having a straight bow on all of the quarter notes, but also on all of the long notes in this piece, will greatly enhance your tone quality. So be careful also when you play the beginning, you don't go sideways, you see. And that is a common cause of when you feel the bow slipping. It is most likely that your arm is too far to your side as opposed to straight in front. And we have talked about this before, but for some people that is a real persistent issue, that you can't get your bow straight enough. So still very much worth checking over and making sure you get really straight. You may have noticed whilst we were playing this that I was playing open A strings all the time, and I'm just doing that for clarity in your video. But of course it is the case when you combine the A with notes on the D string, for instance in bar 6, it is actually slightly better technically to play the 4th finger there. So that you have all of those notes on the D string. I'll leave that for yourself to judge. Something else that I want you to consider that we haven't talked about in a long time is bar 9. And in bar 9, towards the end of the bar, you will find the first finger on the D string, followed by the first finger on the G string. And we can put the first finger down on both strings together. And that would be a really good technique to use here. So if I start at bar 9, and right here I've already put my first finger both on the D string and on the G string, as you can see. So I'll place my finger right in the middle between the two strings. So I'm not going to see if I can crunch the strings together like that. Now I'll place my finger in between. Let's practice that together, shall we? Starting at the beginning of bar 9, A. Here we go, place your finger. Now it may be that you get a very crunchy sound right here, in which case you might just practice that and replace your finger if it's not quite sounding right, and try a different position. Especially if your wrist is like this, you might want to push it out so you get more on your fingertip here. Try that again. Now try it with a softer thumb if it's still not working for you. And there will be a moment when you think, aha, I've got a nice sound right now. Now let's play bar 9 again. You got this. Now the same happens in bar 11, of course. So let's now join the rest of the piece up from bar 9 to the end. And if you're feeling confident today, you might start on the 4th finger. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and... That was absolutely awesome practice, really well done. So if you are progressing with your violin playing and you're enjoying these videos, you might like to become a member of Henriette's Violin Club, and I'll make sure that an information video about it will pop up on your screen right now. In short, what does it entail? You become a member of Henriette's Violin Club to have some more peer support from other players who are also in Henriette's Violin Club and who can share information in our discussion forum in our YouTube community. But not only that, you get access to special badges and special emojis. Most importantly, you get to ask questions in the live sessions that I do about once a month. Why not consider becoming a member of my violin club and just feel that you're more part of the Pro Am Strings community? Really friendly players who are here to help you with your violin playing whilst you might help them as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. I very much look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.